always cool hanging out with cool car guys at cool car places, doing cool car things. It really doesn't get better than this. Got all the skylines lined up right now, looking so beautiful with this amazing backdrop right here. What's up, everybody? It's Jesse here, back on the channel, and I am me and Cynthia, she's driving the C8 Z06 and I'm driving my R34 GTR. She has to drive the C8 Z06 because it's automatic and it's easier for her to drive. Unfortunately, she cannot drive the 34 GTR because she is not great at driving the manual, but I'm gonna teach her. We're gonna do a video where I teach her how to drive a manual right-hand drive, and maybe one day she drives this to a meet and I drive the C8 Z06. But anyways, when I want to bring both cars to a meet, this is the best way to do it right here. She drives that, I drive this, and I can get both cars to the meet. So yeah, we're on our way to North County, San Diego Cars and Coffee in San Marcos at HG Motorsports. My boy Daniel, he's putting on that event, or helping put on that event, and we're gonna go check it out. It's gonna be cool. But what I like to do on my way to meets and other events and stuff, since usually none of them are within a few minutes from me, most of them are 30 minutes, an hour and a half from me, it's always cool to kind of do some sort of a talk, some sort of educational thing to help people in their journey towards getting 34 GTRs, 32, 33 GTRs, whatever, any JDM vehicle, honestly. But just educational stuff to kind of help you understand what it is like to own one of these, to get one, to maintain it, to deal with anything that you got to deal with it, all that stuff. Today, we're going to talk about tuning, right? So when you get a R34 GTR, we're just gonna stick with 34 GTRs. This really goes for 32s and 33s as well. But when you get one from Japan, if you bought one from Japan, or really wherever you bought one, you need to make sure it has the proper tune on it. In Japan, their fuel there is damn near like race fuel here in the US. It's around somewhere in the range of like 95 to like 98 octane, somewhere there. You gotta remember, when these cars were built there, right, they were tuned on their fuel. So they have more timing, they have more everything in it. For those who don't understand, who don't think it's a big deal, it is a big deal. And if you don't think it's a big deal, give it some time and your car will let you know that it's a big deal. Getting your car retuned for the fuel we have here in the States is absolutely imperative, right? You have a little bit more leeway with the folks who have 93 octane, maybe it's not as bad, but with the folks who had 91 octane who are on the West Coast, it can be really bad. I mean, these cars come here with set on that kind of fuel. In Japan with 95 to 98 octane, you do need to get the car retuned for 91 octane here in the US. And if you're 93, I would highly suggest getting the tune for 93. There's different routes you can go. Obviously, the first thing you're going to need to do to be able to get it retuned is you're going to need an aftermarket ECU, because unfortunately these ECUs in these cars, they just, not that they're untunable, there's just all this old school weird ways of doing it. You just get a new ECU that works better, that can be controlled through and tuned by anybody here. I went with the Haltech. There's other ways you can go. Obviously you can do Motec if you want, which is really expensive. There might, maybe Link make something, I don't know, but most people go with Haltech. Haltech is a great solution. They have multiple ECUs that you can use. You can use their Platinum Pro, which is a little bit of their older technology for them, but still good. It works. It's basic and it's cheaper. You can go with the Haltech Elite 2000. It's newer technology. It's really good. It's solid. I had that on my 675 wheel horsepower R32 GTR. You can also go with a Haltech Elite 2500. The Elite 2500 is also a great option. A lot of people use that on their 1,000+ horsepower build. You can use it on a stock build. It works great. It's the newest, latest, and greatest, and it uses all their new systems, and it's very, very manageable as far as being able to manage all the different settings that you want to manage in a tune. So using the Haltech is very, very helpful, and that's how you can get a tune. After you get that, now it depends on what kind of car you have, right? Do you have a car that's stock, lightly modded, heavily modded, whatever? Some people might be like, you know what, screw your normal pump fuel, I'm gonna go with E85. Well, if you're gonna go with E85, it's a great solution. You're gonna make more power than normal fuel. It's gonna run cooler. All this fun stuff is great. Less gas stations out there for it, but if you have some near you, I suggest going E85. It's going to burn fuel a lot quicker. E85 takes like 30 to 40% more fueling than normal fuel, so you're gonna just eat through fuel a lot quicker. So if this is your daily, I'm sorry. If it's not, then whatever, have fun with the E85. Now, after you decide that you want to go with E85, it's not just getting a flex fuel sensor and new injectors and new fuel pump. You got to do a little bit more, right? So the ECU, number one, you got to get that. Two, you got to get bigger injectors that can handle it. Your stock injectors will not handle normal E85. I would highly suggest going with 1000 cc, 1200, even 2000 cc. It just depends on what your build is. If you're stock and you're planning on leaving it fairly stock and not going crazy, I suggest probably getting 1000 or 1200, 1300 cc. That will be plenty. On my 675 wheel R32 GTR, when I had it before I sold it, I had 1300 cc injectors and they were plenty fine, no issues. Now, if you're trying to go more power than that, what limited me in power was that I had only 1300 cc injectors. If I would have went to like 2000 cc or 2100 cc, then I would have opened up my power potential to 800 plus horsepower. But I didn't care for having that much power, so I didn't do it. Once you figure out the injectors that you can go with, I went with ID injectors when I had my 32. ID injectors are great. They work well, flawless, never had any issues with them. There's other injector companies out there. You can go use them at your own risk. I'm telling you from my experience with the power I had for years, like 4 straight years, no injector issues at all. Cleaned them like once or twice, and I didn't even have to. I just did it because I was having some other issue with something else, and I thought it might be injectors, and it wasn't. So ID injectors, great. So if you're gonna run 85, I highly suggest getting those. After you get the injectors, you're gonna need fuel pump, right? You're gonna need a fuel pump that can flow better because your stock fuel pump cannot push what you need as far as amperage and all that fun stuff to get fuel up to the motor so that you can utilize E85. So most people go with a 525 LPH, that's liters per hour if I'm not mistaken, fuel pump. It's a Hellcat pump. That's what the Hellcats use, the Dodge Hellcats and all that stuff. Very easy to find. You can go to fuelinjectorconnection.com. If you're trying to get this pump and you need to order it, you can actually order it through me. I have an account with Fuel Injector Connection. Just shoot me a DM or email. You know how to find me. Go on Instagram, go to the R34 GTR. It's the _R34 _GTR. DM me and I'll help you get the parts that you need, all the parts you need actually. You need the pump, right? So get the Hellcat pump, the 525 LPH pump. You only need one, you don't need two, unless you're going high build, like 800 plus horsepower, then you'll probably need 2 pumps. Even with 600 plus horsepower on my 32, I only had 1 pump. After you get the pump, you get the injectors, you have your ECU. You have to remember that the wiring on these cars, 32, 33, and probably even 34, I'm not sure, because I haven't done it with this car, you're gonna need to upgrade that wiring. These cars have very old wiring, 25, 30 plus year old wiring, and it was just never able to, never built to handle the type of amperage, voltage, whatever you want to call it, electricity that goes through the wiring to pump that much more fuel. It was just never meant to do that in the beginning, even when it was new. And then now that it's 30 plus years old, the wiring probably can't handle it. On my 32, when I first did it, we didn't do the wiring and the wiring burnt up and I had issues. So I had to get better wiring. I think we went with like almost the wiring you use for like audio. Like I think that's what I went with. So I'm like the big, you know, whatever. So anyways, we did that. Newer wiring helps, and then all of a sudden you'll be able to pump the fuel that you need. So get the car rewire, the fuel system wiring. You don't need to get like a new wiring harness for the car, but fuel system wiring, get that rewired. Get your 525 LPH Hellcat fuel pump. Get your 1000, 1300, 2000 to 2100 cc injectors. I suggest ID injectors. Get your flex fuel kit so that you can make sure that you can switch back and forth between normal 91 or 93 to E85, and then get your ECU, right? On the flex fuel kit, right? So the reason I say that is because there's a flex fuel sensor. The reason why you want that is because unless you plan on going straight E85 and you never want to touch normal pump gas again, I would highly suggest getting the flex fuel sensor, because sometimes you might be driving a long distance and maybe there's no E85 stations, and the last thing you want to do is throw normal pump fuel into your tank and you don't have a tune for it. With flex fuel sensor, it allows you to have basically multiple tunes in the car, and the car reads it. It reads your fuel content. It says, okay, if you're like more on the 91 side, it retunes your vehicle for that while you're going. If it senses that, hey, no, you have pure E85, then it gives you the bomb. It gives you everything. So you need that flex fuel sensor. It's not that expensive. Even if you plan on just sticking E85 only, like the whole, just still get it, because you just never know where you're driving. You're just gonna need to throw some 91 or 93 into your car, or even 100 octane or whatever, because you just don't know. Things happen sometimes. Sometimes you just don't have E85 with you. You ran out of it. You need to put something in it. So I highly suggest that. But yeah, that is your fueling and tuning talk at least on what I know as far as what you need for your Skyline GTR. I highly suggest adhering to what I just said, whether you want to go E85 or you want to just stick with 91, 93, you need to get the thing retuned. If it's coming from Japan, get it retuned. And even if you bought the car from someone here, you just don't know if they did the stuff right. So I would still take it to the dyno, get it checked, and just see, okay, what's this car running at? What's the power it's making? Where's the timing at? Where's the AFR at? Where's everything at? Like, what is the health and status of the car? Make sure you do that, because then you'll allow yourself to have a car that lives longer versus buying someone's junk and living with their junk. What a beautiful day to be driving in San Diego. This is North County, San Diego, by the way. And especially driving the 34 GTR too as well. The weather is great. Temperatures are great. I'm looking at like the temps on my MFD. You can clearly see 81 degrees Celsius for the water temp and then 90 degrees Celsius for the oil temp. So that's great. That's actually great. So the temperatures outside must not be that hot today, at least right now, because it's morning. I mean, I forget how early it is. It's like only 9:20 something a.m. right now. So it's definitely cool outside. It's not like midday when it gets all hot. Down here it doesn't get too crazy hot. It gets like high 80s maybe. But when I get back home where I live, it's like 100 degrees. But today might not be too hot. We'll see. We shall see. Just arrived to HG Motorsports, and they got their cars and coffee going on for this Sunday for North County. So I'm here. This is the outside of it because we got here late. The inside's over there, but obviously they don't have a ton of parking, so it's all good. Parked right in front of this garbage can, and it smells like crap. Cars are good. Inside of HG Performance here, I was calling it HG Motorsports, but it's not. It's HG Performance. There's some really cool cars here. A lot of really cool sick stuff. So I'm just walking around checking it all out, checking out some of the Beamers, and this is a very nice little bunch of cool E36s in here, and an E30 over there in the corner. Look at this yellow E36. The thing's definitely been tracked a lot. You can tell by the front end. Look at this E92 M3. Everything caged in here. I always love like the white little half cages in the rear. Like they look so cool. Like if I'd have kept my 32, I would have done the same thing. Beautiful E36 right here. These things are sick. Check out the interior here. Everything looks really nice. These are making E36s look really cool. I mean, they are cool. Oh, I didn't realize the yellow one was like a M3. I didn't realize these things are worth a lot of money, a good amount of money. This person turned it into a straight track car. They didn't care. They didn't care one bit. Now let's move on to this E30 right here. Beautiful, very time-specific BBS wheels. Thing is sick. 15 grand for this. This thing is sick. 325i. Purple M3, E36 M3. Check this thing out. Manual, got the little bar in the back, definitely track spec. Aventador, the big bull, 35 Nismo GTR, very nice. GT3 RS, Pista, Ferrari 48 Pista, and Escort, Cosworth. little bit of a walk through the rest of the show, and you can see this meet, not show, it's a meet. You can see the rest of these cars. You got some cool Evos here. Very tracked cars, which is cool. Like, you know, they're not in the greatest condition in the world, but they're very tracked, which is also not just show cars. These are track cars, which is great. HG Performance builds cars for the track. They don't build just for them to just go sit and do nothing. They build them for the track. Look at this AE86 Trino. You got some, it's all different kind of thing. Now, it expands down for a very long ways down there. This is a very nicely done BRZ or FRS or whatever you want to call it, GR86, I don't know, what do they call these things, but this one's nice. This one's pretty nice too. I just don't like the camber too much. Look at this C8 Stingray right here, lowered, got the track tires on it. Actually, it's not track tires, it's just the Toyo R888s, which are not track tires. They're probably the worst tire ever, but they probably work for street decently until it rains. Car looks good though. Four-door Beamer. I like these four-door M3s. I really like them. I'm not a huge four-door fan for anything, but for this, I can dig it. Evo. I don't know if it's an MR or not. We can check though. Let's see. Oh, it is an MR. Lancer Evolution MR. These MRs are beast. Absolute beast. So used to seeing these kind of things in Japan. So when I see a left-hand drive one here, it's kind of weird to me. I think it's supposed to be like right-hand drive. Got a purple Infinity, another Evo. Evos are cool. I can definitely respect them. R35 GTR with the Nismo-ish type. Oh, this one's track ready. Got the big wing on the back. Got some beautiful wheels, front lip, side skirts, aero, all that stuff on it. This thing's ready to go for the track. Non-adjustable wing, but still a wing. This thing looks good. Looks good. Track worthy. Look at this thing. I don't even know what this is, but it's a track car. Very tiny steering wheel, like a little go-kart. Yeah, this thing's cool. I really don't know what this is. I have like not even a single clue what this is, but it looks great. Very much throw it on the track and go. Yeah, I know, that's for the oil cooler. So they got that system up there, old school style, little mini exhaust. Beautiful Mark V Supra. Has all the little aero bits on it and everything. So just got done here with HG Performance. Their meet, their Sunday morning Cars and Coffee is pretty cool. About to take the cars over to the next meet, which is a right-hand drive meet. So the C8 Z06 probably won't get to go in unless they're being nice, but the 34 GTR will. So I'm about to head over there, cruise on over there. It's next to the beach, even cooler weather, so that should be nice. On my way to the right-hand drive meet, where right-hand drives only exist. Whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it ski because it's spelled like ski. I think I gotta head over here close to the water, and then oh yeah, I see a bunch of right-hand drives over there. We're gonna roll in and find a good spot. Hopefully I'm not too late for the show. Oh yeah, look at these beauties. Look at this gorgeous beauties. All right, time to park. And check out this fuse, massive fuse for a fuel pump right there. Anytime you hear a fuel pump on a car before you hear the exhaust, then you know you don't mess with that car. R32, they got Anthony's R34 GTR. First time I seen it on the road driving out here, it was kind of cool to see him bring it out here as the TE37's bronze on this thing. Beautiful interior. This thing came from the wonderful Space Auto. It's super cool to have some of these cars here. Not a ton of cars here, but a bunch of cool cars though. Quality over quantity. Beautiful white R32 GTR with the BBS wheels. Looks so good. Then you got this, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous R32 GTR. Look at this engine bay. This thing is so clean. Very, very clean. Oh, this thing is nice. Super nice. Then also you got my 34 GTR. I need to do some touch-up paint on my front lip because it is getting all nicked up from rocks and stuff, and then I gotta do some protection on it, get some PPF. Very nice, very clean. 32s, you don't see a lot of them with the red engine cover stuff, but this one has it and it looks good. And then we move over here. This is normal style right here for R32 GTR. They normally come black for the engine cover stuff, front cover, all that, valve covers. This interior is very clean though. I like how it's redone, very nice. Yeah, R32. Mine steering wheel too as well. Oh, and then you got the pink engine cover, pink valve covers, pink everything on this one right here. This 32, and it has the Nismo seats, so it did all the Nismo leather. This is nice, makes it more modern, that's for sure, than the whole R30. It even did the rear seats too as well, so did not skimp out. They made sure to do everything. This is cool. 32s are cool. I like them. I didn't see this Supra over here. Black, beautiful 2JZ Supra with a big old Borg Warner single turbo. Not sure exactly what size turbo this thing is, but this thing is a beauty. Red NSX. This thing is beautiful. Recaro seats in it. Look at this thing. I like these things. I like it. Oh, this one's supercharged. Looks like a Magnuson supercharger on it. So this thing must be quick. This thing must be quick. Supercharged NSX. Oh, this thing must be a little runner. Got a Porsche right here. A lot of cool cars here at this small little JDM meet. It's cool to meet up with these folks. See if we can meet up with them later on today too as well, because they might be going to Garage Collective. So we'll be indoors versus outdoors. So Anthony's going to fire up his R34 GTR so I can hear it, because mine is really quiet and we got pretty much the same stuff on ours as far as exhaust, but his must be louder. So I got to hear this thing, hear what it sounds like. Your exhaust tape is so clean. I need to clean mine. All right, so I'm listening to that. Yeah, yours is louder and louder back here.
I just got caps. Dude, the only difference, I have so many cams now.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, so that's different. That helps, yeah. Because that changes your, so with your, when it comes to the valves and all that, it changes your exhaust flow and all that stuff. That's why, like, you know, a crazy cammed car is like, you know, it changes the exhaust, like what the exhaust and intake valves do. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, because mine is still stock, yeah.
I was just like, but I didn't think it was going to be that crazy.
Yeah, it's not like crazy loud, but it is louder.
Because it's 260, 252.
Yeah. So you went with somewhat minor, you didn't go crazy. Yeah. Interesting. But you don't, there's not a lot of lope though too as well. Like my 32 was like Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, we're about to head to Liberty Station right now. A group of Skylines and one C8 Z06. So this is gonna be fun. 32s and 34s, no 33s. Decided to come get some food, so we came to Liberty Station and we got all these beautiful Skylines, JDM cars, Supra, GT 34 GTR, and all these 32 GTRs here. So we are going to go inside and grab some food because I am starving. So we just got done with eating. Food was great. Ate some Peruvian food. Now we're on our way to a couple little spots because today's just gonna keep going. I thought I was only gonna be going to like one little meet, then I ended up getting another meet, then hanging out with some Skyline guys, now cruising, and then heading to another little small meet at Garage Collective. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun little Skyline day, but it's all good. Cruising with the 32s, I got my 34. Man, it's good. It's all good. Nice little Sunday, beautiful weather, nice and sunny. A little warmer than I would like, but it's all good. San Diego warm, so it's not like too crazy. Probably like in the mid 80s. Just the sun is beaming down pretty good with no cloud cover. I just love how wide this 32 looks. It's not wide body, but the way he has his wheels stanced out and everything, it just looks really good. It makes these 32s look perfect when you have a pretty aggressive offset. When you get that done on the 32, oh, it looks so good. These hills are so steep. Holy moly, definitely don't want to get stopped on one of these. Yeah, don't want to get stopped on one of these. Make a decision. Such a beautiful view. We're trying to figure out exactly where we want to stop to get some cool shots and pictures, but you can see over Point Loma here into the bay. So gorgeous. So we just arrived to our spot here in Point Loma. I got all the cars just kind of waiting to do some cool photo shoot stuff with this amazing backdrop here. Look at this beautiful San Diego all the way out there. We're just lining up getting some cool shots. Got all the skylines lined up right now, looking so beautiful with this amazing backdrop right here. Who would have thought we could get all these things parked right here, but we did. Blocking the road. All right, we just got to Garage Collective, just parked in here. I decided to go no AC on the way here, and I am warm. Definitely warm, but it's a beautiful place, beautiful day. And now we're here in a covered area, so our cars aren't getting beat up by the sun. But it's cool. We'll be able to get some really cool photos in here, be able to hang out, grab some water, something to drink or whatever, because I'm thirsty. No, it's cool. It's cool to get all these Skylines in here, GTRs, and just the boys just hanging out. Definitely a little bit humid in San Diego today, but it's been a really fun car people day. I'm heading around all around San Diego from meet to meet. Now we're at Garage Collective, just chilling. They got the door open, the front garage door open, so there's some breeze coming in, but it's still a little bit humid. That's why I am a little bit sweaty right now, but it's all good. It's all good. We got 34, 32s, and even a 35 in here, a red one. It's a Nismo. R35 GTR, so pretty cool one. We don't have a 33 for whatever reason, but it's all good. Really sick cars in here, and I might even jump on a racing simulator and get some laps in as well. Got some of the boys on the racing simulator for the first time, trying it out. Even got the the right-hand drive, using his left hand to steer, to shift. Boom, right there. He's in the GTR, the 34 at Laguna Seca. They got another one at Laguna Seca as well. I don't know what car you're in, but he's out here trying to set a lap. All right, so here in a moment, we're about to get some photo shoot stuff done on their white wall that they have here at Garage Collective. It's very, very beautiful. It's gonna be some really nice shots. It's a photogenic photo booth for cars, massive car size. It's gonna be perfect for the 34 GTR to throw on there. The storage area here, they got the little white area over there. I'm gonna get my car over there. He just got his car done, the 32, the white one. So I'm gonna pull mine in here and get the same thing done. Anthony just rolled up with his 34 GTR from Space Auto in Japan here to Garage Collective. So now we got two R34 GTRs here at Garage Collective. I don't know if that's ever happened before. That's cool. We got both of them here. Cool stuff. It's always cool hanging out with cool car guys at cool car places, doing cool car things. Now we got the simulator over there. We were just setting some laps on the simulator. We were just having some pizza, chilling, watching some NASCAR racing here with our JDM vehicles. I mean, in a cool setting with cool car guys. It really doesn't get better than this. Man, got some perfect shots with the sunset coming down. It's golden hour here at Garage Collective. So cool. All right, I'm gonna switch my car around. We got some shots of mine. I'm running back to it. Switch it out a little bit. Man, it was a really fun time. I just rolled out of there right now, said my goodbyes to everybody. We'll see them again. Man, that was a good time today. Very extended Skyline day. Didn't expect for all that. Now I'm gonna go get some tacos El Gordo because I love getting that when I'm in San Diego. And before I go home, I need to get that stuff on these bumpy roads. All the way down in Chula Vista to get me some good old-fashioned tacos. But anyways, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video. I know I'm pitch black as hell right now.